That must have been around April or somewhere around, I can't remember, March, April. My sister again, the sister that I told you in the beginning that had a shop, and she gave me some space to just position my clothes and sell them from there. She again had a friend who was a salonist, who was a hairdresser. And so she told me, my friend wants us to go on a shop, and then we are going to do hairdressing, and then you can also be part of us and come and sell your clothes. So where was this going to happen? Again in Utawala. But that was quite far from where I was living, because by then I had moved to Kasarani. So we tried, and she told me I can be handling the shop the days that you're not able to come into the shop. So I thought this is a good deal. So mimi huyo, I packed the clothes. They were in the house. After I closed the shop for my wedding, I kept them in the house. So I carried them, mimi huyo, to Utawala, to the shop. But this shop, the moment I'm getting to where the shop is, I realized the place they chose is not really the best place, and it was not just going, it was hard for this one to work. It was just hard for this one to work, because the place where the shop was located, yes, it was just along the road, by the road, but the positioning was not really good. So I don't know whether we even did a month or two. We closed it down because the hairdresser, her friend who was a hairdresser, pulled herself out of the plan, and so we remained, me and my sister, and we could not be able to sustain this. So we closed down again the shop. My goodness. I take back my things to the shop, to the house, and so that is 2021. So in 2021 August, I moved from Kasarani, and then after moving, I moved to somewhere along Kankundo Road. So after moving, I stayed for some while. I stayed for some while, and then was it in December, September again, September 2021. I said, I told my husband, can we resume business? Because I'm just in the house. Yes, I do some online marketing of items and some few sales on online, but I felt I still needed to get my business working. I'm so passionate about business. I will never believe that failure, I know there is failure, but failure is not supposed to be a discouragement. I will always find a way to stand again. So I told him, can we start the business again? And he told me, yeah, go look for a shop. But my mind, I wanted to start the shop in Kamulu, the place where I began hawking, and the place where I used to live before getting married. But he was like, that's a bit far from where we live, and it's going to be quite a task for you moving every morning and every evening coming back to the house. So why don't you look for a place just around where we live, and do what? And we get the shop back working. So I was a bit skeptical about it, but I said, let me just do that, so that we see what happens. So I looked for a shop. The shops were quite expensive. You remember, the shop I was paying in Kamulu was 4,500. Going around the place where we live, I realized that the shops were going from 10,000. That was a huge shift. And then this is a business you're starting afresh in a new place. You're not sure whether people are going to embrace you. You don't know the market, how the market looks like, and so. But I was so determined to start the business. So I ended up finding a shop which was a very bad location. I think sometimes when you don't just think through something clearly, you easily make mistakes. So we start this shop, which was located upstairs in some stalls, and then the shops were going for 10,000. And so we start, we stock, And then there's a brother of ours I wanted to try to help him to also to learn to do business and all that. And so I called him to come and join me. And the first month we just started the job. Some two ladies came to the shop pretending to be some customers, and by the time I'm done with selling some clothes to them, I realized that they just carried my phone. So this was it was a blow on me, because the online business, there's some online business that I do, and this is what supports the physical business. And so it was a huge blow, because I really relied so much on the online business. So my phone decided to stop recording the video at some point, so I had to finish the remaining part of the story concerning my journey in business on a different day. Sorry, on a different day. That's why the place where I'm recording, it's different. I'm now recording it from my shop, and so I've lost my phone, and that is just 1 month after I just opened the business again. That was in 2021, around September. So, and remember, this shop is quite expensive. I'm paying for 10,000. I've now lost my phone, so my business is going down, because it really depends so much on, I rely so much on the online business that I do. So I've lost my phone. The shop that I'm in now is very expensive and also wrongly located. So it's quite a lot of stuff. So I did that for like 3 months, and in December I closed that shop down, because this brother that I was helping to grow in business and to try to understand how to do business was supposed to go back to school, and I had a few things that I was still doing, so I couldn't be able to sustain or to be in the business throughout every now and then. So I closed again the shop in December 2021. And then I go back, I take the things back to the house. And so I stayed in the house from December, January, February, March, and April. Again, my supportive husband comes in, and so he says, "You still want to do business?" And I say, "Yeah, I still want to do business, but this time round, I want to take it back to Kamulu, the place where I began the business." And he was like, "Yeah, go and do it." And so something amazing that happened when we were discussing about taking the business back to Kamulu. I was like, there's a specific shop a friend of mine had opened some business, the clothing business, like after Corona hit. She was a teacher, so when Corona came in and the schools closed down, she started a shop in a particular position. So when we are talking with my husband now, this is like 2 years later, I'm telling my husband, I wish I get that specific shop. And so me unknowingly, I go to Kamulu to look for a shop. And so without even being conscious about it, I'm just walking through the streets and just trying to look for a vacant shop. And let me tell you, something amazing is that I came to land on that specific shop that my friend had been doing business 2 years before. And I was like, that shop had just been vacated the day before, and the landlord was like, "If you want a shop, then this shop has just been vacated. You can pick this one." And let me tell you, for me, that was an answered prayer, because the positioning, the location of the shop is a place where there is a lot of traffic. One of these days, I'm going to show you the place where it's located. But that's how I landed in Kamulu again and started off the business in April 2022. And that's how up to date we're still doing business, and the business is picking up. I'll be showing you some of the improvements and some of the growth, some of the things that are happening in the shop. But let me tell you, if you are passionate about something, especially business, don't give up. Just keep on trying. Don't give up. It doesn't matter what happens, don't give up. So this is where we are at right now. Let me show you a video, a short clip of how the shop looks like right now in the current state. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, leave a comment, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content. I'll be very intentional about updating you, especially on matters to do with business. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you and have yourself a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye bye.